back out. Hell no, we can't kick it, baby, don't you try to pass out. I can't even trust you.
You too. What's poppin'? It's your boy Haim the Barber back at it with another tutorial. In this video I'll be doing a high ball taper. So right here I have my number 5 guard on and I'm going to cut his whole head to a number 5. And now I'm going to grab my Anda Slimline Pros to make my first guideline. So now I grab my wall shavers to make that nice bald effect. So here I have my 2 guard all the way open and making my last guideline. Those who watched my last video know that I like to make my last guideline because throughout my fade, I don't want to pass that line. Now I have my 1 guard all the way open and making a guideline halfway between the ball line and the 2 open. Now I have no guard on, but it's all the way open and making another guideline in between 1 open and the ball line. Now I can start blending. Right here I have no guard on, but it's all the way closed and I'm starting to bump out that first line. But then I see that there's a little line underneath that, so I take my trimmers and soften that line up. Now I can fade into the half, which basically is just the lever all the way open. And by doing that, I'm starting with the lever all the way closed and making my way towards the open. Now I have my half guard on all the way open and making another guideline, and after that I close it and fade out that bottom line. Now I have my 1.5 guard on all the way open and continuing to flick out. And the same thing applies for the 1 open. I like lining up the corner and around the ear halfway through the taper because I know exactly what I need to come back and touch up. So I see a little dark spot on the top, so I put on my 1.5 guard all the way open and flicking out. So the taper is somewhat already done. Now you're going to see me go back and use all my guards using the corner of the blade to make my taper even cleaner. I use the same steps that I do as the side tapers. First I'll do the 2 open and make that first guideline. Then I'll slap that bad boy 1 open on and make that second guideline. Now for the ball line and the back taper, I always use 2 fingers from the earlobe to make that line. Then I'll begin balding my client out with the wall shavers. Then bad boys hit. So now I have no guard on with the lever all the way open, making that guideline halfway from the 1 open and the bald line.
Let me down. Oh. Let me down. 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 Let me
Then I close my lever all the way and try to bump out that bottom line. But I run into a problem. That little line that we see on the side appears again. So I grab my trimmers and begin to soften that line out. After that line is softened out, I continue to go from close to open. So now I have the half guard on with the lever all the way open and continue to flick out and soften that line. After I soften the line, I close my lever all the way and bumping out that bottom line out. Lining it up halfway through the taper helps you figure out what parts you need to come back and touch up on. God dang, those Slimline Pros are really hitters. Now I have the 1.5 guard on all the way open and trying to flick out and soften that line by going from open to close. Now I do the same thing with the one open, going from one open to one close. Now I'm doing the same steps that I did on the left side to the right. Same thing applies, going from one open to one close. So now I'm doing my touch-up work, which I call trigger play. Basically using all the guards, using the corner of the blade, and messing with the lever. And I always clipper over comb the front of the lineup to give it that nice crispy black lineup. So here I'm applying some hair enhancements to make my client's hair pop out even more. If you plan on applying hair enhancements into your clients today, please make sure your lineups come out straight before using it, because if you use it and your lineup is crooked, the whole lineup is just going to be terrible. And this is a wrap for this video. Now please go show your boy some love and like and subscribe to this video. I hope I helped you guys become a better barber. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. Stay tuned for my next video, and deuces.